Okay, Charles.
Nice to be on.
Hey, it's so good to see you here, man.
Yeah.
Tell me, how was Hong Kong?
Hong Kong's a fun place. It's always a fun place. We're right now staying in Kowloon, and I had a chance to go out to the hills and see some monkeys.
Okay.
Which is always fun. You see all these signs: don't feed the monkeys, don't pet the monkeys,
Sure.
don't bring food around the monkeys, they'll bite you.
And we're not even talking about the conference.
Yeah, exactly, right? People are pretty crazy here. Token 2049 is always kind of a mainstay. We come every year, and it's a very well-attended event, and it's nice to kind of see what's going on in mainland China, South Korea, and Japan.
Completely agree. Yeah, we've been, we were a title sponsor of last year's event, and title sponsor this year. We're very big support.
I noticed the football. It's great.
All the swag. As co-founder and ex-CEO of Ethereum, and now CEO of Cardano, you've been in this business since 2011. Where arguably people say we're in a crypto winter. Are we coming out the other side of the crypto winter, or are we still in the midst of it?
What's extraordinary to me, if I came up to you as an ex-investment banker, I say I got a financial product for you. It's at $250 and it's going to be at $4,000 in 3 years. Would you buy that? I mean, you'd be like, that's the best investment of your career, right?
Sure.
But then we say, oh no, we're in a recession. We go up, we go down. I've been in Bitcoin since $1, went $1 to 30, 30 to 4, 4 to 250, 250, 80 to 1200, down to 250 again, and up to 20,000. So, it ebbs and flows, but we look at every meaningful metric. So not just the raw price, but things in terms of market access, infrastructure, VC, consumer adoption, ventures being formed. All of these things are actually much better in 2019 than they were in 2017
Sure.
at our all-time high. It's almost like Amazon at its first all-time high to its second all-time high. Same stock price, but fundamentally different company. One was just an e-commerce site. The other was like Alexa and web services and all these things. Much different company. And so I think our best days are ahead of us. We're growing certainly very quickly. The Samsung announcement was great with the S10. And every phone is probably going to carry that in the next 3 to 5 years. And Facebook is probably going to do something. All these other guys are going to do something. So we're going to wake up and have platforms that have access to literally billions of people.
Yeah.
And that bodes very well for the world.
I definitely agree. I think one of the things that I've noticed this year is that the acceptance of blockchain and cryptocurrency, even the likes of JP Morgan releasing their JP Morgan coin,
Right.
Facebook having their own cryptocurrency, whatever else. I mean, it's actually, in my opinion, making it easier for people to accept.
Right.
This is inevitable. That is going to be part of a very integral part of our lives. Do you agree?
Well, I had some very harsh things to say about JP Morgan coin in particular, but overall I agree with the general trend, which is that people are starting to really understand crypto. And I look at the 3 to 5 year to 10 year horizon, and when I first signed up for the space, joined the space in 2011, my first Bitcoin meetup group had 2 people registered, myself and another person, and the other person didn't show up. So I had a great conversation with myself. And contrast that with, I was in Mongolia recently, and I met a camel herder outside of Ulaanbaatar who had Bitcoin.
Right.
So, we've gone from nobody even bothering to show up to camel herders in Mongolia actually having the underlying assets. So the trends look good. The adoption's where it needs to be. Consumers kind of get it. And you have to kind of go through at least 1 or 2 collapses for people to feel safe with the asset.
Sure.
It's not good enough to just have everybody live in a hype cycle, because you have to see how the market responds to times of scarcity.
Yeah.
Just like the dot-com boom and bust. After we went through that, then people said, oh, we can survive a recession.
Yeah.
Therefore, these business models must be fundamentally sound.
It's a very sound approach, Charles. Given you've been in this business for so long, and given that
I'm getting old and fat, I got the gray hair.
Hey, look at this.
Yeah, exactly right. It's like the pictures of the president where they age so much over time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But given that you've been, you discovered Bitcoin in 2011, you're obviously a very integral part of Ethereum, and now you're obviously working for Cardano. I mean, how do all these different cryptocurrencies coexist? Are we going to see one winner? Is Bitcoin's dominance ever going to be surpassed by a different coin? We almost saw it happen 2 years ago or a year ago with Ethereum. Like, we had 1,000 people upstairs at the Ethereum Super Meetup yesterday. So give us, maybe tell us, what are your thoughts on what's going to happen over the next 5 years?
Well, Bitcoin is probably always going to be around, and it's kind of the entry and exit point and a store of value for our ecosystem. It's the gold standard of the cryptocurrency space. Bitcoin's not judged by its technological capability. It's more judged by its acceptance as everybody gets along with it. It's the minimum viable standard that is okay. So governments and regulators are okay with it. They know how to handle the privacy elements of it. They know how to regulate it. Exchanges are okay with it. People have great custodial solutions for it. And it's proven that it can stand the test of time. After 10 years of ups and down crises, it's battle hardened. So that'll always be there. But now we're going into the thousand flowers. It's almost like when the VCR came to the television. that wasn't just the VCR. It created a huge ecosystem. VHS said, hey, we have video stores. And suddenly now we have game consoles, and you can not just rent videos, you can rent your games. And oh, well, what else can we connect to the television? What else can we do with this? So, and then suddenly DVDs became practical, and suddenly the Xbox became practical, and so forth. So when you have an opening technology, it brings people in, and then it gives the industry a chance to take the people who are already in and now do something else.
It's a really
whether
interesting analogy.
Whether it be basic attention token with Brave, or it be Gollum with distributed computation, and what Endor is doing with predictive analytics, there's a whole ecosystem of 1,000 flowers that'll bloom as a result of this entry point that Bitcoin carved for everybody.
Sure, that's a really interesting analogy, and I have to agree with you. Yeah, sure. Any last notes, Charles, to what you've encountered over the past 2 days?
Well, it's a great conference. I'm a little biased, so there's going to be an even better conference coming up soon. It's the IOHK Summit in Miami.
Okay.
So if you guys happen to be in the Miami area, April 17th to 18th, come along.
Okay.
Stephen Wolfram is speaking.
Right.
We have some musical guests for VIPs, Steve Miller Band and CCR.
Wow.
So if you've got some old school rock playing, and everybody in my company is going to be there. All my scientists, all my engineers. We're going to have dozens of workshops. Everything from open source hardware stuff to zero knowledge cryptography to art stuff with the Symphony of Blockchains project. So it's a very diverse conference, and I'd love for people to come and play around.
All right, looks like we're going to Miami.
Oh yeah,
Charles,
absolutely.
on behalf of Token 2049, on behalf of Hong Kong, thank you very much
Cheers.
for coming, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Cheers.